Hello?
Welcome back, friend. Are you ready for some Star Wars Squadrons?
Whew. Let's go. We're going to be popping right into the grand finals, guys.
I'm so excited. Like, incredible matches throughout the day. Lots of action, a lot of exciting things happening, and like, what are we even going to see in this finals? Like, we haven't seen these two in the finals, I don't think, ever. 16-bit is a brand new team, as far as I understand, as well. Newly formed.
So 16-bit Imperial Guard started off as IG, and then got what's the word I'm looking for? You might be better at this with your esports terms. Under the 16-bit
they reformed under the 16-bit ban, or
there we go. There's the words we're looking for. And they are born new again. The Phoenix rises, and they become 16 big. But I mean, there's some powerful players in the scene. You got people like Hod, the player that plays only with a keyboard, no mouse, the keyboard warrior himself.
What?
They got players like Trapstar, Kriegzilla, Minor 7th, Narcissist with his nasty support, Luma. 16 big Luma, I see you! yeah, it's all good. And of course, you can forget on the other side, Cavern Angels Gold came in second place at the Twin Suns tournament. Absolutely metal. Crazy playing. We got ourselves Knight, Aham, Red, Eldoran, Rolf. Jish is actually subbing in this weekend. Palazzo as well. Strong teams here as we go to a best of 5 in the grand finals.
And we are jumping into Gallatin for the first map here with 16-bit on Imperials first. Pretty same loadouts that we've seen. Actually, we're jumping with 2 defenders this time instead of 2 bombers. We usually see 2 of those from this side here. Luma is usually on a bomber, but it looks like Luma's coming with a TIE fighter.
And that Narcissus with a tractor beam,
God.
that will be spooky. Narcissus is pretty good with that. I want to see if he's going to get some spooky play. I see Red's having a little bit of an issue. You know, those days when your head just kind of goes a little nuts, a little kooky. On the team, though, we got the support with Targeted Beacon Supply Droid. We got 2 X's, 2 Y's. The Y is Goliath multi-lock. The X is Ion Conk and Ion. So Rolf's going to be doing a lot of the Ion shield stripping. Knight is a good mix of damage, and Ion, and of course the multi-lock Goliath. The map is Gallatin, so we will see how the AI farm does go.
Yeah, we got the chicken tendies in space. Looking out. I mean, how do you look at this and not get hungry?
I don't know. I'm getting hungry looking at it.
That's why I'm so hungry. Please. Excited to see. I'm very curious to see how we will see. Oh, sorry, I got a hiccup there. But see these teams go head-to-head against each other. I don't think they've ever faced each other, from what I can see traditionally.
No, I don't think so. It's usually in previous tournaments, they have just had, the bracket work against them. They haven't came up and meet each other, so this is a fun time to see these 2 Titans clash. Of course, 16 big going in... The words are losing me. Getting into the semifinals with Twin Suns and Cavern Angels Gold getting second place.
That was
pretty solid, strong team.
Just seeing the rise of Cavern Angels over the last few months, like the last few series, and seeing that they're in the finals here is so insane. Like, I'm incredibly proud of this team. Like, wow. Great work. All right,
of course, we're going to be checking out these teams, see how they do on the run-up. Of course, Jish and Red going to be able to find their AI stacks. Meanwhile, Luma, 16 big Luma, big truck and Luma, and Kriegzilla in the bombers looking for their own AI stacks as well. We will begin the approach to midfield. Of course, it's Gallatin. You're not going to have a lot of crazy boost in the disabling of raiders and frigates, or of corvettes and raiders. But we do see marks going out on Imperial Guard as Cavern Angels Gold does get some solid AI picks off. But holding on by the skin of their teeth, we see Imperial Guard be able to get an AI pack at the same time that Gold did to be able to stop that initial win condition. Holding on by the skin of their teeth, however, a few more AI and this will go back towards Cavern Angels Gold. But a player kill happens as Red Leader knocked out of the sky. Not gonna happen today. 1 minute left in this coin flip. Again, past that halfway point, turning into a bit of a slugfest.
Man, seeing the Krieg just doing the business, that they are staying on those AI stacks that we talked about. They want to get those multi-locks off on as many as possible, looking for 5 stacks. It looks like they were going right after Ham there, but Ham escaped by the, like you said, the skin of their teeth. Looks like Luma went down and we missed, and Hod as well, which is not good at all for 16-bit.
Yeah.
Looks like
when they lose Hod, they lose their map pressure device, and Hod is the one that goes as far as possible. Ions are going out off Ralph, knocking down Delta shields to absolutely nothing. C shields around half. We do see a possible try to hit on that bomber. Does not happen, but again, the speed in which they have stripped these shields is pretty impressive. Only about, what, 36 seconds have happened in this phase so far, yet the shields have been drained on both Charlie and Delta.
Do you think we're going to see the typical Cavern Angels technique here, where we're going to see these cruisers get damage down to the last 15%, and they're going to leave them to phase them as it flips?
I think it all depends on how bad the morale sits at that moment. If their morale sits like below a third, they'll probably just wait out the phase and wait to out of phase them. But if they get the morale back in that like 33 to 50%, they might just want to go and knock down Charlie and Delta if they have them in the health zone. Though looking at this morale right now, I doubt that is going to happen, as 16 Big is not giving up, finding that AI as aggressively as they can. But of course, Charlie just melting the Cavern Angels right now, getting down that damage where it counts.
That's what happens
again,
when Ralph is uncontested there, just in there, and looks like they are retorting to Delta now as well to continue their assault with support from the Corvette.
And there's the flip. We'll see somebody pop in, take down that Nebulon on, or that friggin' cruiser. My brain's going numb, but of course we see the 15 points does happen. And now we are on the frigate assault phase for Imperial Guard 16-bit. Let's see how they play it out. Again, we do see Dynasty coming in. It gets the Ion off at around 1,100 units. That might or might not hit. We'll see if it gets knocked down. That was a pretty far hit. D losing shields, of course, but that 15-point buffer on the morale by taking that out of phase was pretty strong in Cavern Angel's favor.
And Dynasty has been really their hunter here. Since they don't have an interceptor, they've just been hunting people down with their defender here. They have been doing this every other map, and there you go. Speaking of player, because they just got red leader there, they are hunting for more. They're locking out the AI, but there you go, looking for a knight. This Raider's too.
Ooh, yeah, the Raider does fall 20 points back towards Cavern Angel's gold. It's not what Imperial Guard wants to see, as they were already in a bit of an uphill game as they'd lost their first cruiser and needed to get that second one of the enemy's cruisers down to out of phaseable as well. But of course that phase just brutalized, went super quickly, putting this game very much in the favor of Cavern Angel's gold, unless some big mistakes happen, which again, never say never. We've seen accidents before. It happens. It's part of the process.
We're seeing a rotation here as well. It looks like we're getting an additional bomber here from Jish. As you were saying, the light cruiser here on Delta is possibly going to go down here any moment.
Oh, yeah.
Red Leader's just taking it out. No mercy.
There we go. A full morale bar. The Corvette is up, and an ISD assault begins at this moment. We'll see. We're seeing Red Leader reposition on top of the ISD, looking for that shield gen. Of course, looking at the mini-map, we see two of them are in there. One of them is out midfield. Two of them are back far mid. With those two in the front, we might see a potential... Yeah, we're seeing a potential rebase and a reformation. Wait for the rest of the team to get out there. No reason to go out and die to a 1v5. Giving them that buffer. We see the rest of the team is in there on top of the ISD, getting some damage down, of course. Both shield gens are getting tanked into at this moment. Tractor beams are coming out, though, as Red Leader gets Ion tractored and killed! Rest in pieces. Knight getting in some damage as well. That right shield gen now below half. One more rotation, and they'll knock it out. We see those bursts coming out, but the angle's just not good enough as Knight can't get eyes on target. Right shield gen almost drained. Left shield gen has some Ion on it, but again, while that right's up, it's not going to shut down these shields. Oh no, Knight can't get in!
Knight! Oh, but it goes down anyways.
And it gets in. The flip is there. They don't have enough time to get down the left shield as well. They do have enough time if somebody was underneath to nuke down power. I don't believe anybody was, though, as we see the whole team escaping. Or so we think, as Aham falls, making it a 4v5 on exit.
Now, jumping into this phase here, we really need to see 16 jump in here, and they need to really focus on this Nebulines here, because they are behind here. They still have both cruisers up, and they really here, CA has the lead here.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We're going to definitely see Dynasty's going to be focused on those player kills, making sure, I believe their focus is going to be Knight and Red Leader here as well. Ralph will definitely be the priority kills here, as well as just because they are the only bomber here. But it looks like, yeah, like that, Dynasty's going with Ion there. Sorry, my brain stopped. Just so much going on. This is just wild to watch. Like
Oh yeah, Cavern Angels having some solid, crazy defenses. Not as powerful as their first defense, mind you, but forcing Imperial Guard into a tricky position where they have to take Charlie there. They don't even have time to wait for it to play it safe. They have to go as hard as possible because of the aggro that's coming down. Dynasty does fall, losing that bit of a battle with the Y-Wing there.
It looks like D is also getting demoralized here as well. They took down C, took down D. Now they're going for the assaulting the MC-75. They are going to have to do a lot of quick damage here. With Dynasty down, I'm not sure what Luma and Craig can do here, but they are going to have to just drift into those fins and take out the shields.
Well, the spooky thing is that the Raider's still up. We do see in the minimap somebody's burning Raider at this moment, so they're in a bit of a race against the clock. Left shield does fall, though. Right shield getting bursted into by Narcissus, getting some damage down in that TIE Fighter. It's down just a little bit. Now the flip is there. The right shield's getting nuked again. It does fall. 2 shields are down on the MC-75. It all comes down to the defense on the Star Destroyer, because again, remember, the only 1 sub is down on the ISD.
And with 4...
they still have to take down the other shield gen.
We also have 4 people down on 16, so they're all going to be spawning in just as this comes in, so they need to get out there now. Yeah, they'll be out that just in time.
Very true.
So kind of a good flip for them there, but they have to be on hard defense here. Like, with one of those generators down, already being targeted here on CA Knight, they got to make sure they take down this shield generator here.
Oh yeah, 100%. Cavern Angels Knight getting knocked out of the sky, though. 10 points going back towards IG. Meanwhile, here comes Red to get a nuke on power. It all has been beaconed, gets power down to 74. Does not run an ion on it, however, does not immediately tank it down. But again, the morale is very much in their favor. Power does fall. Weak points have been made. Some weak points were already there. Regardless, all 5 are exposed now. Ralph getting stuck in a bit of a tractor beam, gets a resupply back on, able to play and fight another day. The Imperial Star Destroyer falling quickly. The damage is coming down, but then they lose their Corvette as well. It might become a bit of a base race out here, as one more player kill might cause the flip. But Knight finding a weak point on the front of the ISD, a little more hull, finding one more weak point on the top of the ISD. He finds it, and they take it. Cavern Angels gold, taking game number 1 in this best of 5 grand finals. It's the Cal Cup Summer Minor. Let's see how they did on that scoreboard, Steve.
Let's take a peeky peek. All right.
We've got ourselves 2-2. 43k capture damage on Ralph, on Aham 113.7, on Red Leader 2514 AI and 35k cap, on Jish we got 0234 AI 33k cap, and on Knight 22 37k, and on 16 big we got Kriegzilla 33k, Luma 49k, 27 AI. Hod coming in with a solid 4-2. Narcissus with a 3-7 on that support with 5k, and Dynasty with 3-1.
Yeah,
and that's game number 1.
That definitely did not go as I expected. I definitely expected 16-bit to come in there with Imperial dominance here, especially. But then again, it is Cavern Angels. Like they're very strong players, strong team. So it's super interesting to me to see how the next round's going to go.
Yeah, that solid defense from Cavern Angels, though.
Incredible defense.
That first defense was just absolutely brutalizing and got it down. Scary, scary. Somebody in chat, too, mentioning Narcissus with his tractor beam.
Yep.
Very true. Very spooky. Gets it at peak times, gets that tractor beam into Ion, and can get some solid confirmed ganks and dunks.
Yeah, that's one thing we were talking about in the last series there with Uplink is like, man, I would not be on the wrong side of tractor beam with any of these high-level players, but there you go. We had some action with that in this last round. Excited to see where we're going to go to next. I'm wondering what the map pick's going to be, because it's going to be definitely interesting. I'm wondering, I think we're probably going to see Esselis. I don't think we're going to see Yavin too early in this series, but I think we're going to probably either see Esselis next or Farstar Haven. Not Farstar Haven, my bad. Yeah. Whoa! Brain stopped. So.
looks like we've got our map. It's going to be Yavin next.
Wow, I'm not
wondering,
calling these things at all. So.
I'm wondering who is going to play which faction, though. I'm assuming Empire will be Cavern Angels, but I can be proven wrong.
I think we're going to see the same loadouts here. I think we're going to see Cavern Angels comes in as New Republic again, and I think we're going to see Imperial Guard come. Oh, my camera went all crazy. There we go. I turned into a Force Ghost there for a second. I think we're going to see Imperial Guard 16-bit come in as our Imperials. So, just from what I've seen today, I think 16 plays are way stronger Imperials. So I'm really curious how this is going to go.
Yes, same. Oh, but it's been a good, fun day. I can't complain. We were talking during the break about E3. That was fun. Yeah.
A lot of exciting announcements this morning, especially during the Xbox showcase. Obviously, one of my fan favorites, because I'm a fan, was definitely the announcement of Halo Infinite multiplayer being free to play, which is such a huge thing, not just for Halo fans, but just the competitive multiplayer team as well. Like, having access to a AAA game like that is free to play to compete with games like Call of Duty Warzone, Fortnite in the VR and multiplayer space is just incredible.
Did they confirm a Halo BR? I actually wasn't watching.
No, they didn't. They just multiplayer. But
okay. I'm about to say, like, whoa.
Yeah, look, whew, I get sweaty. Back in the day, that was Halo 2 SWAT. So
see, for me, I grew up in the Halo 3 Forge era, so a lot of like Super Halo Kart and doing other custom maps.
I love that stuff, though. That was where
Griffball
was invented.
Yeah.
A lot of interesting game modes were created because of that. So overall, good experience with Halo multiplayer. So I'm excited. We also got Stalker 2 announced, which was super unexpected.
I know!
So,
oh, man.
Tarkov
Roadside picnic, let's go. Oh, man. While we're waiting for the lobby, I did want to ask you, Steve, we were talking about Halo. Do you play VR at all?
I do occasionally, yes.
So have you ever tried like the Pavlov Halo maps?
Did not know those existed. That sounds incredible.
Yeah, it is. They took like some of the iconic Halo 2 maps and like Valhalla and stuff, and then they pop it into Pavlov. Oh, it is everything you could have imagined as like a kid, as long as you can handle the inertia VR experience that comes. But if you've played Squadrons in VR, you'll be a natural.
I played Squadrons in VR when it came out around launch, so around November.
Yeah.
Is when I had my first VR experience with that. And it was very similar to Ace Combat when Ace Combat came out with PSVR. And it's just wild. I love the VR experience with the flying games. Like, it's just a lot of fun. I almost have to seatbelt myself in because I will fall. I get really into it. I do a lot of leans, so like I'll go like I just follow through like that. So.
Yeah. Have you tried a Project Wingman?
No, I have not heard of Project Wingman.
So it's essentially a Ace Combat spiritual successor of Storm. You can play the whole entire game in VR on PC.
That's incredible because, like, with VR for Ace Combat on the latest generation, it's just VR on PS4, and it's only like special missions. It's not the entire game, which was kind of upsetting to me. I was expecting a little more about that. So
I will tell you though, Squadrons has ruined the way that I play every other flying game, because in Squadrons, the way I have it all mapped to the joystick is I have my yaw and my roll inverted to how most flying games work. Like usually, like you pull the stick left and right, you're usually tilting your ship. But because you're controlling a turret essentially that moves forward in Squadrons versus like a I don't know, an F-16 or whatever. I end up using my actual XY on my stick as an XY of like the reticle, right? And then I use this twist as the roll. But I've gotten so used to doing that in Squadrons, I have to play all my other flight games like broken. So I go and I play Flight Sim, and I hang out, and I play completely wrong. Don't trust me in an actual plane. So
don't trust
TLDR.
Oh, God. Wait, you're not certified to fly a real plane, are you?
No.
Okay.
I thought about taking courses, but I don't know. Planes are still kind of spooky.
Why not?
I don't know. Something about being thousands of meters above the air is terrifying.
I love planes. I don't know what it is. When I used to travel pre-COVID world, I used to just fall asleep easily on planes. But I haven't been on a plane in almost 2 years, so I almost feel like I forgot what the experience is like.
I know, dude. Last time I was on a flight was January 2020.
Wow, that's a long.
Well, I mean,
time
that makes
ago.
sense, right? Because in 2020, who knows? Like for
Yes.
everybody, it was there. It happened. Looks like we're getting the lobby set up, guys, for game number 2 of Cavern Angels versus 16-bit Imperial Guard.
All right, that means we are going to Gavin.
Whew.
Woo!
Looks like the faction's going to be Cavern Angels Gold taking the New Republic and Imperial Guard taking the Empire.
Interesting.
Yeah. We'll see
Isn't
how they
that
play
what I
it
just
out.
said that was going to happen?
I believe so. I believe so. We will see how it goes. And I'm curious to see how Cavern Angels on Yavin is able to handle their defense again. We saw a crazy defense from Cavern Angels in game number 1 of the first offense. And on Yavin, it's a map where nothing is hidden. Everything is ready to roll and ready to rumble. So, we'll have to see what happens.
Oh, what's going on here?
Should look at the loadouts before I forget here. Of course, on 16 Big Narcissus with the tractor beam targeting beacons, we got ourselves 2 defenders with the Ion Missile Conch and Anti-Starfighter Ion, 2 bombers, multi-lock Goliath, pretty standard stuff. Going over to NR on Cavern Angels, we got ourselves 2 Ys, 2 X's, and a U. The U has targeting beacon supply droid. The X is Ion Torp and Ion Missile and Conch, and Goliath multi-lock and Goliath multi-lock for the 2 Y-wings. Pretty standard stuff between these 2 teams. The big call-out, of course, is Narcissus with that nasty tractor beam. Always getting those ganks. You love to see it.
This is definitely a map that we're going to want to see that from 16-bit here as well. Ooh, beautiful shots here. Really shows you.
Again, shout out to Area Witch getting these shots. Thank you, as always. Amazing cinematography. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm excited to see how these teams play. Again, because it's Yavin, right? So the speed of Yavin is pretty intense. The games tend to go a lot shorter.
Yeah, this is a fast map here. So
a lot of it is the chaos of the opener on Yavin is always intense because it's everybody flying pretty much straight into their AI packs. Though, to flip that, shooting down Goliaths on Yavin is pretty easy to do, too, because they're so visible, right? There's just nothing. As we're loading in again, Cavern Angels taking game number 1 in this best of 5. Can they take game number 2? Or can Imperial Guard take it and make it a 1-1, putting us into game number 3? We will find out, but of course, game 2 is now. How will they play?
Well, we're about to find out here, as I'm surprised that I was right with this call here, seeing 16-bit come in with Imperials here. They need to come in strong. As I said earlier, they definitely play a really aggressive and a really powerful Imperial setup here, so I'm curious what they're going to do. And we're already getting some hits right off the bat here. Craig is in a lot of trouble with Knight on their tail there. Getting the shields down there.
Ion Chaff does happen. Gets a solid conk off. A little more lasers and creep will fall. If they can get eyes on target, playing as evasively as possible with no countermeasure to get down that conk. It does hit, it does kill, the flip does happen!
There it is. Down to the first 30 seconds, like you said. And we already have Knight focusing down on the light cruisers here. Like you said, this is a fast map, and like the shields are down already on Charlie here.
Yeah, just immediately
shield
going
burn
in for the efficiency here. Getting that flip and already being there is pretty time intensive.
Yeah, no one's challenging Knight right now, but I just saw them get locked onto, so I feel like, as I say that, I thought they got bonked there, but like, yeah, they're definitely...
Jish is down, Aham coming back up, Knight just died. One more AI stack and a player kill from Imperial Guard, and this assault phase will end again. These phases, they go stupidly quick here. The rules of engagement kind of change when it comes to Yavin. It's not necessarily I want to get one of these down to out of phase. I just want to get both shields down. And they did, though. That's the big thing here. As we go to Imperial Guard on their first offense, can they make up the ground that they have lost? At least get these shields down and get some solid damage down on one of these frigates.
Yeah, and we have Ralph already tailing Narcissus here. Narcissus actually getting out of there, which is definitely something that he needed there. But now Ralph's in trouble here because they're being chased by Dynasty. Dynasty is definitely the person you want to be behind. They are the player killer here for 16. Oh, I thought they were going for the cruisers, but he's going for those kills. He's hunting.
We do see Luma flying in to get some ions off. Luma gets an ion off on Delta, knocks Delta completely down, then rushes over to Charlie to get some damage down on Charlie, knocks down Charlie, shields as well to almost nothing. A little more damage and it will fall. They've taken out both shields.
Looks like Knight's in some trouble here. We have Dynasty on them. Knight is down to 30 health here. Like I said, Dynasty's just hunting. They are going for those PKs.
How much damage can come down on these frigates before flip? Of course, the morale bar's kind of been stagnant for the last 20 seconds, allowing Luma Kriegzilla to come in and get a lot of damage down. Kriegzilla, of course, back at base resupplying, but Luma still in there getting those burst lasers down on these Nebulons back and forth, slowly whittling these away. Airgrow's finally been found as Luma's down to 43 hull. As the flip does happen as well, AI stacks been found. Solid attack phase from Imperial Guard. If they can have a stellar defense here, they might be able to flip this game in their favor.
Yeah, they held out really well there. They did a fantastic job there, and like definitely what you want to happen here on Yavin here. Looking at CA Knight, they are uncontested, it looks like, on Delta, if I'm reading correctly. I can't read that, but you know how it is.
Knight getting tractor beamed, gets knocked a bit down, gets ion, no more shields, and gets punished quite a bit. At 21 hull, though, not dying, but finally dies.
Master Curse, income.
What can I say? It is my specialty as this team is on assault, trying desperately to get down Charlie or Delta to an out-of-phaseable limit. Of course, Delta falling quicker than Charlie, but the morale's at half and half, now below at 27 hull. Delta is getting drained by the second, but as we just saw, another 5 stack of AI were found by 16 Big. Can they do it? Of course, now they have D out of phaseable. Another tractor beam. Jish gets tractor, then Ion, then killed. 2 more AI or a player kill, and we'll flip back towards 16. Big Imperial Guard. And there's the flip. Delta was out of phaseable. I don't believe Charlie was, however.
Looks like we have some action here by Creek. Oh no, he's not down there yet, but Luma's going in there. They're looking for a player kill. They're going after Ham there. They are not having it. Raider just vibing out in the wild.
Having a good time. There we go. They've lost one of their cruisers to the out of phase, but of course Luma coming in the bomber, gets to the Nebulon. It's been beacon, starts dumping in with some rotary cannons, gets off the Goliath. Will probably rotate, get off a multi-lock as well as needed. Down to 27, getting very close, getting all the max amount of damage that a rotary can give by being that close to the Nebulon. Very efficient plays here. It will fall as they go back on a defense. Again, stellar defense from Cavern Angels being able to shut down this phase.
Yeah,
forcing
defense there.
Imperial Guard to play on the defense. Luma trying to peel, gets caught in the peel, now at 47. Might have to end up jousting whoever was going after them. We will see how that goes. As
seeing
now
some rotations here as well. It looks like Eldoran is going to be rotating out from Bomber here. I feel like they're going to be jumping into an Interceptor here.
Aham is on top of the ISD. Ions are going out. Knight gets the Ion out on one of the shield gens. Solid plays. Ralph coming in the top of the ISD. Just still too far away.
They need to at least get one of these shields down here. If they're able to get 2 shields down here, they're going to be great for the next phase here.
We do see Aham trying to use those Ion lasers to get a double disable, but just cannot get eyes on target long enough. Gets Ion himself. Starts getting dunked into a 29-16-11 hull, but refusing to die. Firing out those resupplies to his teammates. But again, just can't confirm target. One shield gen down, one shield gen disabled. Looks like they're gonna go for a direct push into it. The whole team is essentially there. We see Eldoran just knocking down some damage on that shield gen with Jish at the same time, trying to pop this shield gen. We do see Eldoran coming in to confirm it. Destroys that shield gen. It is 3 subs down. His power falls pretty much exactly at the same time, but the morale is leaning in Imperial Guard's favor. One more AI and it'll flip back. Not going to stop Eldoran from firing off some auxiliaries and finding a potential weak point though before the flip does happen.
They are looking for those weak points. Ralph just getting on there. I believe they are going still. They're still attacking here. It looks like as well.
Eldoran down, Aham down. The ISD's around 45, 46. You do see Ralph trying to get some damage down on that Raider. They don't have to out of phase this.
No, they don't. I hope they don't. Like just to play smart here. They definitely need to be on the defense here, and they need to go for either player kills or the new Titans Raider fast. Because yeah, 16 big. They're hungry. They want to win. They already took down their the Nebula. Nebulon's down. Raiders going right down to the MC75, almost full health as well. So.
Yeah. The MC75 push begins now. They still have majority morale if they can get in there and synchronize destroying these shields. Of course, one shield's already being drained. It is gone out of there. Goodbye. Other shield getting popped into currently by Hod, getting in some laser damage. Left shield falls as well. Will they quickly knock down power, make these weak points, and try to one-phase this? The morale is losing by the second, though. We do see Hod, of course, then rotating to power to get those weak points killed as soon as possible. Get some burst cannon. Can't speak. Burst cannons down. Will it be enough, though? The morale bar is stuck in a half and half. Hod sees 2 weak points on the bottom of the MC75. Immediately starts to attack. One has been tractor beamed, but carefully uses throttle to get out of it. The flip does happen. How low is that MC75? It's at 36, 35. Definitely going to be a bit of a base race here. Can they knock it down before Cavern Angels gets in and finishes off the Imperial Star Destroyer? It's do or die time. At 25, Hot does die. Everybody's dead but Kriegzilla!
Krieg, what you doing? Where you going in? It just comes down to if Cavern Angels can get here fast enough before the respawns, they can definitely take this ISD down before anyone gets back up as well. And Krieg does go down. Like I was sharing with you earlier, 16 big plays an aggressive Imperial, but it looks like this round here, Cavern Angels will be taking it.
CA Gold taking game number 2 in this best of 5 grand finals against 16-bit Imperial Guard. Again, a best of 5, positioning themselves to win one more game to be able to be the winners of today's tourney. But of course, it ain't done till it's done, folks! Looking at this scoreboard, Luma with 31 AI kills, 31, can't speak, 0 kills, 1 death, 31 AI, 47k captured damage. Hod was 6-1, 21k. Kriegzilla was 0-4, 23, 47k. And on Cavern Angels Gold, Jish was 0-4, 47 AI. On Jish.
I think this is the highest we've seen today for 47 AI kills, which is wild.
Eldoran with 22 and 27k cap on Cavern Angels Gold. 47, that's a big number. Of course, definitely. It's Yavin, right? So you've got stacks of 5 everywhere. It makes sense, but...
Yeah, those stacks are everywhere. You just take a peek. That's what I was surprised we went to this. This one's usually like a finale map. Like, I'm really curious how this is going to change the direction of the next match, because I assume 16 big is going to want to come in as Imperials again, but they might switch out to New Republic here.
It all depends on the map choice, too, and what gets picked. I don't know what's going to be picked between these two teams. I don't have the map order. Oh, looks like we got the map. It's going to be Sisubo. Don't know the factions yet, but we do have the map.
Yes, Sisubo, like I said, was one of my other favorite maps here. So glad we're going back there. A lot of twists and turns in there. A lot of mistakes that can be made, but it's going to be good.
Yeah, love to see it.
Bomber-friendly map, though, definitely. I mean, all maps are bomber-friendly. What am I talking about? I'm crazy.
Yeah.
I want to know the factions. I want to know if I'm right, if they're coming back in. Excited for the next matchup here. This could be the deciding one. Can
I
CU
know,
go 0-3? Like, if they do, then that really just shows you what a force they have been in this series, and also this just Cal Cup and the rise of Cavern Angels, and just like looking at where they have been and how they've grown, it's just wild.
It's been a pretty steady rise from being from our first winter minor all the way to TST to now, right? Being able to climb up consistently, cross tournament, cross league, and rise to the top has been a sight to see.
It has been. It's just like that's what I like about the community. It's like seeing players improve constantly and seeing different players get into finals and like get into top 16. It's just exciting to see.
Yeah. Oh man, it's been a good day. I'm excited to see if Cavern Angels Gold can 3-0 Imperial Guard. Will Imperial Guard be able to take a game off of Cavern Angels' shoulders to bring us into Game 4? Will we see a 5-game series? What are you thinking, Quench, the man himself?
Give me 1 second. Let's hydrate here before I give a dehydrated
Stay
opinion.
hydrated.
I love water. I think Cavern Angels is going to 3 this. I really think we're just going to 3 sweep. Just based on the play style, communication, nothing against 16, but like 16 plays really well as well. But like Cavern Angels is just very top tier players.
Oh yeah, they are playing efficiently today, especially.
I personally would like to see this go best of 5. I would like to see this go to Game 5. I'd like to see 16 get it to the final round as well. Like that's my dream. I like to see 16 come back and bring it to a grand finale, right? But just looking at what I've seen so far, I think this is going to end up being a three sweep.
No, I'd have to agree with you. I think that it's going to, unless I'm proven wrong, and I've been proven wrong on stream before, I think Cavern Angels Gold is definitely going to, well, not definitely, but most likely is going to come out with a strong game number 3 on Sisubo and get a win here.
Mm-hmm.
So, can you remind me, and because I don't remember off the top of my head, how the pointing system works for minors versus majors for the entry to the Grand Championships in October?
So basically, the point system just basically works on the top 16 teams with the most points. Well, actually, how it works is there's the majors and the minors. So like the majors get you a spot regardless, you win, and then the additional spots are filled based on your point ranking. So for this event here, we're looking at first place is getting 200 Cup ranking points, second is 160. Third to fourth is 110, fifth to eighth is 75, and then fourth to 16th. That is going to be getting you, what was it here? 40 cup points there. So, and then if we actually look at a major, which I'll get the information here right now, just so you know as well. Majors are basically the same, but not. Basically, first place gets you the guaranteed spot. Second place is 300 cup points. Third to fourth is 200, with fifth to eighth 120, and then ninth to 16th being 60. So that's what I like about the ranking points is like we talked about earlier is you don't actually have to win always in the sense of like you don't have to be a top 4 team. You don't have like top 8 is ideally where you want to be to get those guaranteed points. But as long as you're consistently playing and getting those points, you will get yourself a spot in the grand finals in October.
Oh yeah, and I mean that's coming up, right? It's insane to think that, we started this, in January? And now it's the summer? Now it's 80 degrees outside. 60s. I'm wearing black on black. I went to go walk my dog during the break. It's like, whoa, it's hot. What happened?
Man, I'm in Vancouver. It's rainy and it's warm, but it's great for my plants. I'm currently growing strawberries, so.
Oh, nice. I have 1 plant. It was given to me by my buddy's mom as a move-in gift to where I moved to. I don't know what it is, but it has a lot of leaves on it, and I water it every Saturday. So, yeah.
Is it a fruit plant or is it just a plant?
No, it's just like a pot plant that just has like a lot of leaves. I just put it in the windowsill.
Oh, that's cool. That's cute.
Yeah,
it must be.
I don't know what plant it is. Right? It's just it's a lot of leaves.
Have you given it a name?
No. Should I? What should I name it?
Chat. Let's name his plant. What should we be naming his plant here?
I think. Oh, geez. My buddy told me what type of plant it was. It began with like a. It's not. I know it's obviously not parsley, but it's the thing. That's the thing that comes to my brain. It begins with a P though. That's all I know. Popper? Who knows?
I was gonna say, is it a petunia? But I think that's a
No, no,
flower.
no.
So.
As we're waiting for the lobby to come up, looks like the teams are just about getting ready. Get my observers in here. Maybe getting my observers in
Oh,
here.
looks like I did call it again. We are seeing 16-bit on Imperials, and it looks like Cavern Angels is coming in as New Republic, which is super interesting to me.
Yeah. Alrighty. Get number 1 in for you guys. And number 2.
So I'm excited to see this next matchup here. We're gonna right, rain in Vancouver. That is weird. So,
Oh, my Canadian geography is so bad.
we're West Coast.
It's like above Washington.
Yeah, right above Washington.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know the one that's near me is like Quebec, I think.
What? Oh yeah, you're East Coast.
Yeah, because I'm East Coast.
Ontario, Quebec. So
as a little kid, I thought they were like an hour away from each other because I thought that Vancouver was Toronto, but I have learned.
Oh, that's funny. That's great. A little comedian. Seattle. Seattle's one of my favorite cities to go to. Absolutely love the place.
It's rainy on the West Coast, right? Never been.
It rains frequently. It's very humid. My plants love it. My beard doesn't. As you can tell, it's just all fuzzy. I'm a prairie boy, so I come from the untamed wilds of Manitoba.
Oh.
Where it's just
I don't even know where that is, so I'm just gonna.
Well, just the center of Canada. So.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Looks like we're getting into game number 3 between 16-bit Imperial Guard, the whole entire name for you folks, and Cavern Angels Gold Squadron CAGs. Looking at those loadouts, of course, you got the 2 Defender, 2 Bomber, 1 Reaper, Multi-Lock Goliath, Anti-Starfighter Ion, Turning Beacon Tractor, Ion Conch, and Goliath Multi-Lock on the Empire. And on the New Republic, running at Cavern Angels Gold, we've got ourselves the 2 Ys, 2 X's, and 1 U. The U being Targeting Beacon Supply Droid. You've got the standard Goliath Multi-Locks on the Y-Wings, and on the X-Wings, it's a Ion Missile Conch and an Ion Torp Ion Missile. So double Ions running on Ralph, and on Knight, running that solid mix of Ion and just Observer or objective damage.
Yeah, those ions are going to be definitely crucial here. Want to get those disables in space for those that aren't obviously aware we're in space. Want to get those disables so they can bonk us some debris here, or lead up for getting a raider kill on them, or vent here as well. Ions are definitely a great choice for the finales here.
You know what I don't see too often in these high-level games anymore on Sisubo is there is a there's a little like pathway on the one of the sides, right? You like go through the debris. Not utilized much by these players. It makes sense. It's a bit of an inefficiency to run in there and run out of there, especially when you've got like things like masks, right? That invis your teammates anyway.
Yeah, we haven't seen mask in a while, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, what I've noticed is we have not seen interceptors this entire thing. Was there a meta change we can talk about? That maybe
so
benched the interceptor?
What essentially the interceptor kind of got out meta'd of sorts, where
oh, did I lose him?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, where the interceptor kind of fall out of favor for just the flex that defenders would have, and for the damage that like objective bringers can bring.
All right, here we go. Jumping in. All right, we got Hod, we got Knight, the whole gang's here. All right, going right here, and it is up to the coin flip here. We got our friends jumping in. Knight looking for an early PK here on Miner 7 here, going down, taking down the bomber, trying to make sure they can't get those multi-locks on any of the AI there. And it looks like they got... Oh, are they still... They survived that? Oh, they did!
Nice.
Oh.
All right, awesome. Good to see. It's 1 minute and 13 seconds to go in this opening phase. Of course, 16 Big coming out saying, we want to take this coin flip in game number 3. We're not letting you take this again and again, but never say never. Player kills are happening. Miner 7th does get knocked out of the sky, giving 10 points back to Cavern Angels Gold. 1 minute to go. How will they play this out? Ralph trying to get a pick on that support. It's another player kill on Narcissus, but the AI stack that was found consequently ended up nullifying out any sort of gains that would be had there, as 16 Big refuses to give up the lead they have on morale. 35 seconds to go. It's turning into a bit of a slugfest of an opener on Sister Bow, but the bomber has been found. Luma getting damaged, getting the chaff baited out at 15 hole. One more conk will knock Luma out of the sky. We see it coming in. It does hit. It does kill, pushing the morale back over the mark for Cavern Angels Gold. 15 seconds to go. Is 1/8 time left on this coin flip. More ions are going out. More chaps are happening. Another player kill is found as Knight does fall, pushing it back in their favor. But never say never. It's going back and forth in the first final second of this coin flip. We do see Cavern Angels squeaking that out by the bare minimum.
That was right on the line. That was so close. All right, and we have, like you said, Cavern Angels here going in for attack on the light cruisers here. They're going to want to do as much damage as possible and focus down the shields as quickly as possible here, just so they can get that early advantage here. So we got a restock happening here. We got Elegant going down here. Not good for them. We have CA Knight going in for Dynasty, as Dynasty is the PKer. They are the hunter for Big 16. 16 Big.
As we end out this assault phase, they did knock down the shields on one of the cruisers. The other one still stood and remains, as now 16-bit Imperial Guard has a full morale bar and Raider to come in and take down these frigates. Let's see how they play it out. Again, Luma coming in with some ions of the ISD. Dynasty currently out there, almost dead with 2 hull left and some shields from that defender, trying to get some map pressure best as possible. Narcissus trying to look for a tractor beam gank and kill on Knight.
Looks like we have Ralph and Miner just dancing in space into the void. Both of them trading shots and hits. Miner 17th is going to need to heal up because Knight is going after him. He's hungry, but he has some healing here, so I'm not too worried. Ralph.
Luma pops out ions on both Charlie and Delta, knocks down Delta shields entirely. Charlie is looking pretty weak as well. Pops back to Delta to start to get some burst cannon damage down on it. It has been beaconed down to 88. Agro has been found. The Dynasty is dead. Luma looking pretty weak out here.
Miner 17 jumping in here. They traded basically with that trade-off. They are doing some damage here, dropping some multi-lock Goliath and that rotary cannon full. There it is. Oof. Chef's kiss.
As the flip does go back, putting Cavern Angels back on the offense. They still have to deal with B's shields, but A ripe for the taking. Damage City begins. Possibly now Aham trying to get a possible pick on Narcissus, who still is pretty deeply healed. Not giving up, not giving in. We do see attempts to build some map pressure and to dogfight Cavern Angels out of this offense and out of pushing as a 5-stack. A lot of map pressure. Looking at that mini-map, you can see that the Empire is sitting at in a pretty hornet's nest situation out there with the rest of IG trying to desperately deal with the situation. But with Charlie's shields drained and Delta as well, not falling below half. Not looking the hottest.
No, Knight's just there. Looks like they're just taking on Delta and rotating to Charlie here. No issues, not even being touched. They are just... Oh, now they're being targeted. Speak of the caster curse. They're going to have to do some quick damage here to make sure that they can get these down ASAP. Looks like Delta is dropping rapidly. I think Delta's going to fall here, and then Charlie's going to at least get down to half here. But Cavern Angels needs to do a lot of damage here if they're looking here. Narcissus, I just noticed as well, went down and coming back. Yeah, it looks like Charlie's getting clapped here as well now. They have so little time left in this phase here. They're going to need to get some PKs here.
Ooh, 2 more AI and it'll go back. Let's see how they can do. Again, C with an out of phaseable, D with an out of phase. You're gonna go for the 2 out of phases on both these. The 1 cruiser's at 8. We do see Jish coming in. F5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 cruiser has fallen. Rotating to the 2nd cruiser to get that as well. It's now at 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2. Both have fallen in out of phase. 30 points do go back towards Cavern Angels for their defense. Meanwhile, cutting into Imperial Guard's offense.
That is the Cavern Angels technique we know and we love, because when they pull it off, you know they're playing strategically. Not that anyone else isn't, but we just know that is a standard Cavern Angels flip technique. Now they're going to take down this raider here. Look at that morale just skyrocket to their advantage
Oh,
here.
yeah.
A lot of AI kills there. Stack definitely went down. Some bonks. Big 16.
Jish knocked out of the sky. Delta within the out of phase range. Definitely opening up for a assault on Charlie. Luma being able to get out and not feed those 10 points back towards Cavern Angels. Miner 7 looking very weak as well, but also gets back to the ISD. Solid plays coming out from Imperial Guard, refusing to let this game end. It's done when it's done, as they say. Hod getting some damage down on that Nebulon and getting it down to around 5 hull.
I think they're employing some of the techniques we know from. Yeah, they're going to definitely flip here out of phase. They have to. As they punished. You can see who got taken down there was too quick, but we saw PK right at the end there. It was Aham there that went down there, and they definitely flipped. Now they have to defend this Star Destroyer because, like, we're going to see Cavern Angels just coming here. They're going to take out the shield so quick. And
Aham is down. Aham finally back up. Looking at that mini-map, we do see 3 of them moving in as a team on the right side, getting to that nose of the ISD. Jish, I believe Eldoran, and Knight coming in to get into that sloop. We do see some pressure coming on. Knight trying to knock down Hod out of the sky for the rest of his team to come in and get some damage down. 1 has slipped through, though, on the ISD. Looking at that mini-map, it is Jish. Jish gets some damage down on the shield gen, gets down to 59, 45. Meanwhile, knocks it out of the sky. 1 subsystem down on the ISD. They'll probably quickly rotate to the 2nd shield gen. They've got the buffer for it. They're already there, but an ion dunk does come out on Jish, knocking him out of the sky, causing a phase flip to happen. But they get the shield in the chaos. No shields left on the Imperial Star Destroyer. Bit of a tricky situation to be in for Imperial Guard, as now it opens them up for an immediate power ion nuking in the next phase.
it does, especially since they have a lot of work ahead of them here. They have Charlie still up here to take down for Cavern Angels here. I'd really love to actually hear the comms going on right now with Cavern Angels, what they're doing, what they're talking, what they're planning, because like last round they got that 30-point flip so fast, and then they just got the entire stack up. So I'd really love to know how they coordinated that. Just like, what was the plan?
Yeah. Charlie looking very weak, about to fall any second now as we speak. There it goes, almost a full morale bar on the MC-75, but a hard spot to be in as they essentially need to get this out of phaseable in this phase.
Yeah, they really need to get that Nebulon down or that Raider was going to fall.
Oh yeah.
Let's see
but if
what
they can
do.
aggro, if members like Narcissus can get the beacons out while the interceptors can aggro certain members of CAGs, they'll be able to get in there and get these subsystems down, but it looks like they're all pretty hesitant on the approach. Miner 7 still far away. Luma dead. Dynasty dead. Oh no, not able to get in there in time. We see Hod trying to get these shield gens down.
Left by themselves.
Gets one down to 10. We'll rotate. We try to get it before the flip. The flip does begin. A few seconds of non-DPS remain. Gets down. Almost gets down that shield gen, but too little too late. Looking at that mini-map, we do see that targeting left and right are all very, very weak, but not completely destroyed. As Cavern Angels Gold now with no shields on the ISD begin their assault against it with a Corvette, full health.
Looks like we already have Knight on the objective here, already going for those pressure points there, and they're taking down power systems right now. Power systems going down here any moment here. that's going to give us those burst points that they're going to want to focus on.
Pop goes the Weasel as it is gone. Weak points have been generated. We see Knight immediately finding one. Gets in the tractor on the ISD, able to fly out of it. Sees a second one on the nose of, well, actually, no, okay, thought it wasn't a weak point, but looking for more. Finds the second one on the side of the Imperial Star Destroyer. Going to check the back of it, of course, where one does spawn occasionally. It is there. That was a good check, a good roll to see, but does not have enough charge and lasers to confirm that one weak point.
Yeah, we're going to need to see a great solid defense here from 16 Big here if they're going to hold out to the next assault here. What do you think's going to happen?
And, well, they just took it, Steve. Oh. As the game does end. Cavern Angels gold 3-0 against 16-bit Imperial Guard, winning the Calrissian Cup Summer Minor.
Wowee. That was one hell of a series, friend.
Yeah, we see Knight with 5-2, 65k cap ship damage, 1-4 on Aham, 4-3 on Ralph, 0-5 on Jish, and on Eldoran, 0-5, 24, 44 AI on Jish, by the way, and on 16, Big Hod coming in with a 7-2, Illuma coming in with the 2-2, 19k, you know, Dynasty with the 6-2, Minor 7 with the 0-3, 33k, and Narcissus with a 2-3. 14 assists, by the way, that tractor beam. Whew!
That tractor beam, let me tell you, you do not want to get near that on a Sunday afternoon, which it is. So, yeah, that was an incredible last game. Wow, CA took it, 3-sweep, incredible work, and they got their first big win. Like that, I'm extremely happy for them. And you know what? 16-bit, same thing. They did an incredible job to get to second place. Like that is an achievement as well. So.
Yeah. So, can you recap for me? Winning the minor, how many points does Cavern Angels Gold get on the board for the Grand
Cavern Angels, they get in a ton, let me tell you. I actually have to pull it back up because I have the major still open here on my deck here, so 2 seconds. But I believe they are getting, yeah, they are taking home 200 cup ranking points as well as 250 Canadian dollars. Second place here is getting 160 ranking points and 150.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. So, friends, want to thank you all for coming out today. It's been a blast. This, of course, is all in support of Sick Kids, so make sure you guys check that out in chat. Glad to do as much work as we've done with them as well. And as well, we'd like to thank of our other partners, the Gaming Stadium, Monster Cat, as well as NCorp. So thank you all for making the Calrissian Cup happen. So until the next one, friends, I'm Steve or Captain Quench.
I'm a little hammer.
And we'll see you in the next one. So until then, friend, goodbye and good gaming.